Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Sorainy B. Ibrahim and I am going to continue the discussion on the Module 6 which is the social literacy. Okay, since this is the continuation about the social literacy, so the main focus on this discussion is all about these two topics. Okay, the first one is the people skills. So in this lesson, the people skills was defined by the three authors, or the other one is on the website. Now the first one is the Wikipedia, and the second one is the Thompson, and the third one is Honey. No, okay. So the second one is the strategies in obtaining good people skills. No, so it was defined. No, it was enumerated and then discussed on what are the strategies in order to have a good people skills. So by the way, no, the skills and the talent are different in each other. Okay, so when you say talent, it is what you have, no, naturally, while these skills is what you are going to improve. No, so examples of these skills, or the example is when you cook. No, kunwari dati hindi ka pa marunong magluto, but since skills is what you are going to improve. No, you're going to improve your skill in cooking, so that, no, your cooking will be good, will be better. Okay, so let's go. So um okay, so let's move on the definition of people skills. So as what I have said earlier, now Wikipedia, Thompson, and Honey define the people skills. So the first one is Wikipedia. So according to Wikipedia, no, people skills are patterns of behavior and behavioral patterns. Okay, so the second one is people skills, according to Thompson, is an area of exploration. No, exploration about how a person behaves and how he or she is perceived irrespective of his or her thinking and feeling. So as what I have said earlier, no, in skills, no, you're going to improve. No, you're going to explore on what are the other skills that you might be improve. No, for example, akala mo hindi ka marunong mag-drawing, but since you practice and you keep on exploring and improve on how to draw a sample, a house, or the anime, no, since you improve this, so this is considered a skill. Okay, it is all about exploration in the skills. Okay, so lastly, though, according to Honey, she defines people skills as the dynamics between personal ecology on the cognitive, affective, physical, and spiritual dimension, and it functions with other people's personality styles in numerous environments, such as life events, institutions, challenges, and etc. Okay, so since it is a dynamic, no? Dynamic meaning paiba-iba siya, no? Since ang skill nga, di ba, is to explore and to improve. Okay, so since example, no? Since you think you do not know how to draw, so you're going to practice your drawing skills, no? So it affects your cognitive, your affective, physical, and spiritual dimension, since you are willing to improve your skill, and it also affects your personal styles. Okay, aside from those three, no, people skills can also define into three sets of skills. No, first one is the personal effectiveness, or about how one comes across with others. Okay, let's take an example of about the skill in leadership. Okay, so since you want to know your skill in when it comes in leadership, no, you're going to see if your leadership, no, your leading is effective, or if your members are um, following your instruction and such. Okay, so first, no, personal effectiveness, or how, or about how one comes across with others. So you must also use your skills in order to um, interact with other people, and to have your skill being effective, not only on yourself but also for other people. Okay, the second one is the interaction ability. Okay, so this is also connected on the first set of skills, which is the personal effectiveness. Okay, interaction ability, or how well one predicts and decodes behavior. Okay, so the third one is the intercede easily, or ability to lead. Okay, diba? Accordingly, no? Leadership, to influence and build bridges between the people. Okay, so you must also know on how to use effectively your skills, know on how you could influence other people. So, okay, example is your skill in leadership. No, since a leader must be knowledgeable, okay, uh, he or she must also be effective, and he or she also must influence his or her members to do these things in order to have a successful uh, okay, aside from leadership, no, you're going also to use your skills between the other people. Example is kayong dalawa. Okay. Okay, no, aside from those three sets of skills, no, Portland Business Journal describes people skills as first, ability to effectively communicate, understand, and empathize. So, since it is the ability to effectively communicate, no, you must also influence the other people, no, as what I have said earlier, no. When you effectively communicate, it means that you also influence other people and make them understand. Okay, so this means that you are really using your skill effectively, and your skill is had been improved. Okay, so the second one is to ability to interact with others respectfully. So in order also to have a effective communication with other people, you must also understand them and then respect. Okay, respect every uh, other people, because we have different preferences, okay, and develop productive working relationship to minimize conflict and maximize rapport. Okay, so to minimize conflict, no, you must work properly your skill. Example is your leadership. Okay. Okay, so when it comes on the educational impact of people skills, no, people skills are important for teachers in effective classroom management. So why do you think it is important? It is important because if the teacher doesn't have this skill, no, it might have a problem with the students, or have a problem conflict on the classroom management. So example is, if the teacher is not organized, no, the classroom or the classroom management is also not organized, and it affects the students and the learning. Okay, so knowing how to communicate and teach people instead of simply teaching their subjects will help make a difference in the classroom. Yes, it is true, because if the teacher, no, the first skill of a teacher is to effectively communicate, no. Kung hindi marunong mag-explain or makipag-communicate yung teacher, no, it is really seen that the students are also confused and will have a conflict in learning and understanding the subjects. No, the teacher must effectively teach the subject on the students, or rather. Okay, so accordingly, almost 50% of classroom success flies on effective interpersonal relationship. Okay, uh, the teachers must also have a healthy relationship towards their students. Okay, so example, no, if the teacher is not communicating with his or her students, no, there is really a conflict. No, example is hindi naintindihan no students yung pinaparating ng teacher. So, meron talagang maapektuhan nito. No, so the teacher must have an effective interpersonal relationship. No, while the other 50% lies within academic skills. No, this is because teachers tend to interact and relate with students. No, you must also relate to the students, since the teachers also syempre yung mga teacher ay naging estudyante din, so the teachers must also understand that there are students that are different with each other. Example, merong mayayaman, merong mahirap, merong matalino, meron rin hindi. So the teacher must understand the students. So therefore, they need to learn how to practice these people skills effectively in order to create a healthy and conductive learning atmosphere in the classroom. Okay, so in general, people skills are an essential part of work. Now, see, it is important not only on the work, life, and social success. So, because if you do not have these people skills, no, so you are going to have a lack of communication and other things. So you must really have these people skills. Okay, first, no, push him or herself, and then overcome social anxiety. Yes, the you must not have an anxiety when it comes to interacting with other people. So, yes, uh, yes, there are other people that are introvert. But if you need to communicate with other people and relate your life on them, no, you must have a communication with other people, no, para hindi ka rin ma-stress. Okay, yung iba kasi nagiging stressful kapag hindi nila mailabas sa kanilang nasa ang ilang saloobin. Okay, so the third one is to communicate ideas. Yes, so you must also share ideas with other people to have a better decision in life. Okay, so the fourth one, or the lastly, is to influence others positively. Say yes, no, influence. You must also motivate other people, inspire them positively, no, not negatively. Example, okay, friend, dapat ganito tayo. We must achieve this goal in order to be successful. Okay, so the next one is the strategies in obtaining good people skills. Okay. So, Mark Query on 2019 presents the following strategies on how into obtaining good people skills. So, the first one is the good communication skills. No? So, paulit-ulit siya nababanggit sa ating discussion on the communication. You must really have a good communication with other people. Okay, because if you do not have a good communication, so mayroon talagang conflict, no? It may lead to misunderstanding, and other things. No? So in good communication skills, it is the ability to take information, clarify comments. Okay, so kung nakita mo mali yung ginagawa niya, you must clarify it, no? Or ikaw mismo kung uh, nakita mo na mali ka, you must also clarify it. And then, participate in effective verbal and written exchanges. No? Verbal, no? Yung pagsabi mo or yung written exchanges. If you must also have a fact check, mga ganun. Okay, so okay, the second one is the conflict resolution skills. Now, aside from good communication skill, you must also have this skill in having a resolution on the problems. Okay, the ability to mediate disputes and resolve conflict among others. So, if you think that the other people, or example, if the two people are arguing with this thing, and you seem to realize or see that the other person is wrong, so you must also tell them and communicate with them and try to resolve the things. Okay, so the last one are the third one is the value of patience. Now, in communicating and resolving conflicts, now you must also have the patience, because uh, we have different preferences, personal traits, and other. So, if you are going to, example is, kung papaganahin mo ang iyong galit, your temper, no, imbes na makapag-communicate ka and makapag-solve ka ng problems, no, ikaw mismo yung sisira or mas masisira yung problema. I mean, mas masisira yung pinag-aawayan nila. Okay, so it is to maintain an even temper, repeat and explain information as necessary, and control anger. Okay, so the fourth or the last one is the tolerance and understanding. Okay, di ba kanina is to value patience. So ngayon naman is yung tolerance and understanding. So we must also understand other people. Okay, it is the ability to accept differences. Yes, because we have differences, we have different perspectives and preferences and the personal traits. Okay, it is the ability to accept differences even when they don't personally agree with them. Yes, since we have different, sa akin is yung pagnikap is dapat natin gawin. Well, on the other religion or other person, no, sa kanila is hindi ito maganda. Because hindi makikita yung inyong beauty or iba pang opinion. Okay, so in general, there are 5 A's to improve people skills. Okay, so okay, these 5 are the acceptance. So you must accept them in order to communicate effectively, to resolve things, to have patience, and to understand other people. So you must accept them, because if you don't accept, so there will be a conflict or problems that will be will happen. Okay, no? So appreciation, approval, admiration, and the attention. So attention, you must also pay attention on the other things in order to resolve things. Okay, so that's all. Thank you. So if you have any questions, you are free to comment on the comment box. Okay, thank you and Assalamualaikum everyone.